So I was gonna do a cold open, but I decided not to. You
Aw.
know.
Yeah, sometimes you have to make the tough calls.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Welcome back, everybody. We have an amazing show tonight. I am joined by three amazing people that I just absolutely love. And I am, this topic tonight has made me reflect on my friendships with you all, and I am so grateful. That's what I was going to say. I am joined by Katrina. Katrina's back. I'm joined by Leah. Leah's back. I'm joined by Faye again. That's awesome. And we are. I just completely blew the intro on the show notes, but whatever. So there's your cold open, Leah. There's there's your cold open.
You know what? It works.
Yeah.
You give yourself a script, and I'm looking at it, just like none of this is on the script.
No.
Look, scripts are a suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're more like guidelines. They're more like guidelines. But bright suns and rising moons, everyone. Whatever Star Wars greetings you want, till the spire, what have you. We have a great show for you all tonight. Tonight, our main topic, and this is actually going to be the majority of our show tonight. We're going to be talking about fandoms, how we can grow our fan communities, how we can protect our fan communities, the importance of fan run conventions, especially the smaller cons, because those are critically important to fan communities. And, we're going to talk about meetups and stuff, like whether it be a lightsaber meetup or what have you. And throughout the conversation, we want to hear from you, our community, as we're talking about this, because this is a conversation for us all. And we are going to be sharing our thoughts on the state of fandoms. We want to hear your thoughts on the state of fandoms. And yeah, that's it. So, gonna run through some quick announcements. Then we have one piece of news. Star Wars news. Actually, we have two pieces because there was some breaking news just a little bit ago. But announcements: no live show September 13th or September 20th and September 20th, as I'm on vacation and I get back from Florida the 20th because we're taking the auto train down and up. So I'm gonna be exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling I'm not going to sleep on that train. Like,
No.
no. Yeah, so we're doing that. Possibly no live show October 18th, as we may be at Baltimore Comic-Con, helping with the Farpoint booth.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. And speaking of Farpoint, we're 165 days away from Farpoint 2026. Get your tickets, book your hotel rooms now. It's going to be a lot of fun if you love Star Trek and science fiction and fantasy and reading and science and whether or not determining Bigfoot is real or not. This is the convention for you. I believe I've shared that story with you all about the Bigfoot panel.
I know, but I feel like if you've watched the latest season of Game Changer, you should know by now that the Bigfoot is in fact real.
Oh yeah,
Bigfoot is in fact real, but is only visible when plot relevant.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So two things. I love that you bring that up, Faye, because I was also rewatching The Newsroom because it's like a comfort show for me. And there is a subplot where they talk about how Bigfoot is real. Like one of the characters just keeps trying to prove that Bigfoot's real, like the entire time. Also with that Bigfoot panel, and I'm not knocking the dude that ran the panel, but he's like, oh yeah, I've seen a Sasquatch. Yeah, show me photos, dude. Show me photos.
Show me the ass.
Yeah. Show me the Squatch. Show me the Squatch. Anyway, we're 160. What's that?
That sounds so much worse.
Show me the Squatch. Yeah. That's for the after hours show.
Yeah.
Join our Discord for that. But we have two pieces of news here. I'm actually going to go with the most recent piece of news, and then we're going to go backwards. I just want to share that our beloved Chancellor Valorum has passed away. Terrence Stamp
Oh.
passed away at the age of 87. He was most notably known for Chancellor Valorum in The Phantom Menace, as well as General Zod in Superman 2, which we all kneel before our general. We
Yeah.
all kneel before
Yeah.
Zod. He was also Jor-El in Smallville.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, he did the voice of Jor-El, and like every once in a while, like Clark will be like contemplating something, and Jor-El would be like, "Do this, Kal-El." Like, you're like, he's like, "What? Huh?" That was like early, and then like it went on from there. But yeah, Terrence Stamp has passed away. We just want to say our thoughts and our feelings and our prayers are with his family, and thank you for many years of fond memories and entertainment. You will be missed, my friend.
Mhm.
Also, moving on to happier times, we're getting another Lego Star Wars special.
I'm so excited for this one, man. Rebuild the Galaxy was so good, and I'm so thrilled that it's getting a sequel.
Yes. One of my favorite bits from that trailer is the Jackson.
Yes.
Like Ben Schwartz's Jackson is perfect. he's like, I'm a deep cut, but people know who I am. Like,
See, I'm very excited for everyone who's excited for Jackson. But something that's not in the trailer, but is in the official cast lineup on StarWars.com is that Nika Futterman is going to be in the special as Asajj Ventress.
nice.
And I'm so excited. She could be in there for 3 seconds and I'll still be happy.
Yeah.
But
That's all you need.
that's all I need.
Well, I also saw that Cameron Monaghan's coming back to play Cal.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was so cool to see like a little Lego Cal Kestis like pop up. And then it looks like Michelle Ang and D. Bradley Baker are reprising the Batch.
Yes. Yes.
And then Billy D. Williams is coming back as Lando. He's going to play the Landalorian.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
I love the Lego Star Wars team.
Yeah.
Shout out to one of my other highlights from this casting announcement. There's going to be Queen Amidala will have a presence, but she will be a pirate Queen Amidala.
That's the best.
As she deserves.
Yeah.
I know.
She deserves
Thank
to
God.
get to do something.
Yeah.
Hi, John.
I'm so
it's gonna
hyped.
be great. I mean, I love those specials. They're so much fun. They are so silly. My favorite is still I do love Rebuild the Galaxy. I do love Rebuild the Galaxy. But my favorite is still the holiday special when Poe is trying to roast a porg.
Yeah.
That special is important to me because that special has Jedi Finn crumbs for us.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
does.
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
It's very special.
And I am picking those crumbs off the floor one by one.
Oh yeah.
And just
Consuming them. But I
Putting
like
them in my disgusting little rat mouth.
but I love how like Lego's like, you want Jedi Finn? You're getting Jedi Finn. Like Lego.
it's like on one hand, I love the amount of like sequels era like
Yes.
content we get from the Lego specials. On the other hand, please can we get that in more serious tone?
We've got that Finn book coming up.
We do.
Yes,
We've
we
got
do.
that.
Yeah.
we do. And
we've got a brief appearance of them in an upcoming comic.
Yes.
Mhm.
yes.
You want Darth Jar Jar. He's the Phantom Menace. He is the Phantom Menace. That is true. He was pulling the strings. Finn is getting a book.
Finn is getting a
Finn
book.
and Jana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for the Finn book. This is also like part of why I'm like, I can't wait to go see John Boyega at Dragon Con because I want to just...
It is.
Oh, it's gonna be so much fun.
It's called
Yeah.
The Last Order.
Mhm.
And it's set after the events of Rise of Skywalker, and it's Finn and Jaina.
Mhm. And I think it's going to be really interesting because, it's implied that Finn is force sensitive, but there were, and maybe I'm misremembering this because I try not to remember that movie too hard. But there were like implications that like he wasn't the only First Order stormtrooper who was taken because he was like force sensitive or something.
Oh yeah, it is
Yeah.
like a thing that is majorly like kind of implied,
Yeah.
especially with how it's implied heavily that a lot of them are force sensitive.
They talk about it a little bit in I believe it's mentioned in the Finn lead up to Force Awakens.
Yeah.
I believe it's mentioned in that. But Last Order comes out in October, and it is a YA novel. So
And it's got a gorgeous cover.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
It
does.
It really does. I love seeing him in the armor.
It's a Finn and Jaina book. Of course it's gonna be a gorgeous cover.
That is fair. That is fair.
I guess I'm the only one that likes Rise of Skywalker.
I like it except for the fact that it killed my boy, Temin Wexley.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That single-handedly drops the dad in the ring.
I am on the same page there, especially because I read the Chuck Wendig
Aftermath
novels.
book?
Yeah. And it didn't work for me because Snap died and then like Wedge showed up 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? That's his dad now. Like Wedge isn't gonna have feelings about this because I'm the only guy who knows that like they're related now.
So
when
so
he died in the movie, I screamed at the movie theater.
Me too.
Me too.
And nobody else had an emotional reaction.
I literally yelled, "Not Snap!"
I it's not that I don't like it. I just have complicated feelings about Kylo.
Fair. Very fair.
I like the snake scene. That one's good.
Yeah. So
they fly now.
They fly now. That's a great line. That is a great line because Poe's just like whatever. Like I don't care. Like
he's so tired.
He's just like he's so done.
Poe needs a vacation.
He does.
Just a little bit of Oscar Isaac coming into that role because he was so tired of being in the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah, for two movies they threw him in the desert. You are correct.
And he did not like it. He did not. I remember that video where he was like, I don't like it.
And then they threw him in the desert for Moon Knight also.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were all off already. This is awesome.
Look, staying on topic.
I know.
It's not our thing.
So when I met Greg Grunberg last year at Shore Leave, I was like, so how do you feel dying before your stepdad showed up? And he's like, I know. He said he was pissed at
awful.
JJ. He said he was so pissed at JJ.
I'm so mad.
He hadn't read anything. Like he was having the fans like tell him about Snap's backstory.
Oh.
And he wanted Snap's backstory to be explored in film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
R.I.P.
So mad.
So, the Lego Star Wars special. It's in September, and we're all excited for it. It's gonna be another fun one. Also, you cannot beat Scarif Beach Party from the summer vacation special either.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm gonna go see Weird Al next week, and I hope to God. I just really want to manifest him like singing Scarif Beach Party, even though like I'm the only guy again. Like, me and like 3 other guys in the audience are gonna be like, oh my God, it's from the Lego Star Wars movie.
I saw Weird Al 25 years ago in concert. You're gonna love him. If you've never seen him in concert before, you're gonna love him. He's fantastic.
Oh, he's great. We went to his the Self-Indulgent
Oh
tour.
yeah.
That was really good. So I'm excited to see, because he only played originals on that
Yeah.
one. So I'm excited to be at a concert where he plays his parodies too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did this was during the Running with Scissors tour.
Oh
So this
yeah.
was right after the Saga Begins came out.
Oh,
And at one
amazing.
point he did come out in a Jedi robe to sing the Saga Begins, and then he sang Yoda on top of it.
Oh,
Like, it was great. It was great. But yes, more Weird Al and Star Wars, please.
yes, please.
If you made a
Please.
canon Star Wars, just make it happen.
We
Mhm.
already
Wow.
got Jack Black, so like, come on, give
We
us
did
Weird
get
Al.
Jack Black.
I just think we need Skeleton Crew season 2. He does the title music.
Yes.
On an accordion.
Exactly. But it's got random doodads coming off it, so it's a space accordion.
Yeah, space
Mhm.
accordion.
It's called like a hypercordion or something.
He does the cover of Bunky Dunko, but with
Yes.
an accordion.
Yeah.
That's a planetary idea there. Yeah.
That's
that is great.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else before we get into our main topic?
I'm gonna get on TikTok now and just like try to send a message to Weird Al.
I feel like we
Please.
should get to the main topic or else we'll never get there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, let's go.
But real quick, I have a question for Faye. How many times have you watched it now that it's on home video or on digital? Superman.
Superman.
yeah.
Oh, I'm at watch number 2.
Oh,
Nice.
are you? Nice.
I haven't been able to watch much because I've been working on my cosplay for Dragon Con.
Fair enough.
Katrina.
But-
How
It's funny, I haven't yet watched it. We're in the middle of a move right now.
Fair.
But I'm hoping we can watch it on digital again soon, because it was so good. We saw it in theaters like twice. So
it's so good.
so good.
It's so good.
Mhm.
The Blu-ray for that will be the Blu-ray 4K and DVD will be September 23rd for that. I've already got it pre-ordered on 4K.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yes. Anyway, what were you saying, Leah? I'm sorry, I did not mean to cut you off.
Straight up don't remember, not important.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, Superman, check it out, especially the crypto short, which is amazing. All right, let's get to our main topic here: fandoms, fandom communities, and fan conventions. It's been a while since we talked about this, but I feel like now that convention season's in full swing, and now that we're seeing and this actually ties into the Superman thing, the success of Superman, we're seeing more and more people enter fandoms. The success of Fantastic Four, we're seeing more and more people enter into the Marvel fandom and everything. I think now is a good time to talk about this. So I'm just going to let you all run with this, and I will interrupt or interject, not interrupt, but interject whenever I have a question. But let's talk about fandoms in general and how important they are. And then we're going to shift into our communities, because I believe that that is the most important topic. How we can make our communities a safe place and how we can protect our communities. So fandoms in general, you can list off your fandoms, all that fun stuff. Anybody can go.
Well, I feel like it's pretty obvious all of us here are Star Wars fans.
What?
Right.
Yeah.
Shocker. But like,
I'm in the wrong business.
like when it comes to fandoms, I'm particularly active in. Like, really, it's mostly Star Wars. I don't tend to participate in a lot of online fandom, just because I do get kind of like, sometimes it can like genuinely burn you out more if you're involved in fandom in online spaces. However, like, it's like one of the big things that I have always loved, have always like sought out fan art for and everything like that, is the like Tamora Pierce Tortall series. I've always been a big fan of Alana the Lioness. And then included in that is like a little bit of Project Zomboid and big fan of Christian Cameron's historical fiction novels, so I participate in as much of that as I can, to the point where I did try to bribe the author for a free or like for an early access copy with a bottle of 11th century mead, and it kind of worked.
Oh, that's great.
You know what? If it works, it works.
Hey, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, right? Just like you do you.
Yeah.
If I can, my fandoms are Marvel, DC, Lego, Lookism, Spider-Man, Bat Family, Percy Jackson, and Choices.
Oh
Percy
yeah,
Jackson's
Percy
good.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Percy Jackson's, I feel like most of our generation's introduction to fandom.
Yeah, I think Katrina and I hit that train a little too late.
Yeah, it's actually funny. I didn't get into Percy Jackson until the streaming show
Yeah.
came out, and I was like, "Oh, they're really good," because I was just a little too old when Percy Jackson came out. They like
Yeah.
never missed me. I was like 15, 16. It was for 12, 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and it's so I'm very appreciative of the Netflix Disney Plus series.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, because it's great. I love it. And I absolutely get why it's a fandom. And speaking of old fandoms, back in the days of yore on fanfiction.
That's with the walker.
I know. I just popped my shoulder and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I was really big into. I mean, I've always been really big into Star Wars and Star Trek. I was a huge anime fan growing up, and I still classify myself as a fan of anime. But if you list off any anime going on right now, there's a 90% chance I'll be like, a what? I don't know. It's what my nieces tell me. What?
I have a Crunchyroll subscription, and I'm still like, what the hell is this? Like,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and it's no disrespect. It's just like the awesome thing about it, as someone who grew up as an anime fan, when it was considered like cringe or bad or whatever, is it's really cool to see that there are like 250 anime series out right now, and I can't keep up with them, and they're all mainstream. Like, I love it.
It is really fun to be able to like pretend to be a little bit snobby and just be like, I'm sorry, I haven't watched that time I got reincarnated as a vending machine, but like
no, I'm a veteran of the Dragon Ball shipping wars. So I
understand.
Yeah, way back in the day, and all of the ships were like super problematic that were being warred over. So
Tsunami brats right here.
Big Tsunami brats. Cowboy Bebop, Tenchi Muyo. I'm a big Gundam gal. I try to keep up with all the Gundam shows. Macross, still a big love of mine. Girls singing and making aliens react to things, like, yeah, I'm about that. I love that. And there are little fucking like totally not X-wings running around. Yeah, please sign me up. I love that
transform
stuff so much.
into Max.
Transform
X-wings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh
yeah. And so all that. And I've been a sci-fi fan forever, and it's wild seeing the fandom space and how it's transformed, because when Eric and I were kids, it was mainly forum based. It was mainly IRC chats. The what is it? Usagi and Mamoru IRC chats. The Temple of Trunks IRCs. Like, and now it's just you can just log on to Blue Sky and or Threads or whatever, or TikTok, and just talk about your fandom and find your people. I love it.
That and like God, I'm gonna really date myself with this one, but we grew up in the chat room era too. Like, and we had dedicated fandom chat rooms for that. Like, and then of course, like, that's when the discourse was like, no, it sucks, it's stupid. Like, that's like when it really came out, and like, all caps and all that other fun stuff, it was great. Speaking of which, AOL is shutting down their dial-up.
Oh, you were about to go there. I remember those.
Like, I was about to be like, speaking of, rest in peace, AOL. As if I am.
They crushed me when Instant Messenger got shut down. Like, crushed me. Yeah. Anyway, Leah, hit us with your fandoms.
I mean, kind of like has been said, like there's a lot of things that I'm a fan of that I don't know if I would say I'm a member of the fandom of, just
Mhm.
because there's only so much
Yeah.
mental and emotional energy I have to invest in things. So like other than Star Wars being the big one, it's been, I'll be less consistent in other ones, like
Mhm.
the Murderbot Diaries fandom, which is
Yes.
very active on Tumblr. Love that.
Mhm.
Um, when before Willow was nuked off the face of the internet, I was an early adopter and very active participant in that fandom.
Mhm.
Um,
You were a champion for that show.
You
I
You were a
were.
was.
champion.
I was
Yeah.
doing my part.
Yeah, you
You
were.
you did the best you could.
Would you like to
Yep.
know more?
And then, I mean, I can't even really say that this one has a super active fandom, but I'm doing my best to try to drag people into making one. That being the World of the White Rat books by T. Kingfisher.
Nice.
Oh,
Uh,
TK Fisher has some really good books.
She really does.
They're-
And
I promise you, they're on my TBR.
they're incredible. Yeah, and I think what really is, and then this is probably the other one that I'm the most active in is the I guess Magma Comics
Yeah.
fandom, that being a newer indie
Mhm.
publisher. I have cosplayed a couple characters from Principles of
Hey, Ren.
Necromancy. I, um, I've gotten a lot of things signed by those authors and artists. Yeah, and I just think it's been I really like getting kind of really into a smaller fandom,
Yes.
Yeah.
or like a nascent fandom.
Mm.
Because sometimes there's so many, like when you're getting into an existing fandom, like when I was getting into the Star Wars fandom,
Yeah.
having been a Star Wars fan
Hmm.
my whole life, there's a lot of like shibboleths that you have to find out. There's a lot of kind of in-group information that you need to
Yeah.
understand. You discover the sub-fandoms of the
Yeah.
overarching fandom that are
Mhm.
sometimes just as big as a whole other fandom.
Yeah.
The way I have had to like explain to my roommates whenever I make a really bad like reference to specifically like with Chiss Twitter, the whole exploration crew,
Oh, the
Twitter.
like
exploration.
because one of my roommates found my AO3 where I posted
Right.
exploration crew fan
Nice.
and was like, "Who's Chupacabra?"
Right. Or like the conception in the Resistance fandom that not only was there a Resistance season 3, but like we have defined arcs that happened in it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's great.
The gala arc where they had to go to a first order run gala to.
Oh my god, that would be perfect with Kaz.
It was
That would-
perfect.
that would be
There simply aren't enough galas in Star Wars.
No, there
So-
are.
Exactly.
And I mean, there's the clone fandom. Like that is a whole,
Clone,
as you were
that's
saying.
basically its whole own. And then you have the Old Republic fandom, which is their
Yep.
whole thing. And you've got the Mandalorian fandom.
Oh, yeah.
Not just
Mhm.
Mandalorian
Yeah.
like the show, but Mandalorian like
yeah,
the
like
the
culture.
whole thing.
one
Yeah.
of my roommates wrote like songs in Mandoa,
Wow.
which I then collected from her. It was like, I'm playing a Mandalorian character in my next TTRPG, so I'm going
Right.
to borrow these.
And every time I said, "Oh, I could never learn Mandoa for things." Anyway, let me keep looking at the Huttese lexicon.
There you go.
You gotta
Well-
learn Latinx. You gotta know some
I
yub
mean,
nub A little bit of
What?
everything.
Yup Nup
Bunky
is the best.
Dunko.
Bunky
Yeah.
Dunko, yes, there you go.
Am I
Real,
gonna have to create the grammar?
you are.
Yeah.
Real quick. Bren got a book signed by Timothy Zahn yesterday at a convention.
Ooh,
Exceptional.
that's sick.
Nice.
That is
Is a
Nice.
Do
Great
y'all want
guy.
to see
Timothy
the?
Zahn, yeah.
I
Uh,
got a poster signed by him.
he's he is one of the nicest people you will ever meet
I
Mhm.
at a
know.
convention.
I
Seriously.
and I think he ties in actually a lot to the fandom discussion stuff because
Hmm.
he
Mm,
obviously came in for writing the Ron novels, but he
Yeah.
also ended up writing a ton for the old Star Wars TTRPG,
Hmm.
Mhm.
yeah.
um, and like would write into the zines and stuff that existed for that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Uh, and
Wow.
I just think that is so cool to like come across when I'm looking through these old things. Like, oh, there's Timothy Zahn again.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like
Yeah.
especially since he's one of the early adopters of
Yeah.
like the authors interacting with the fandom as
Yes.
much,
yes,
because that was very much not a thing done in the
Hmm.
early stages of fandom.
Mhm.
No, that's
Mhm.
very true.
I think, the most
Yeah.
interesting thing about Star Wars fandom is that it has had these like big era shifts. So one of the things I was very lucky to do as a Star Wars fan in my career is that I'm the assistant producer of a documentary series called Looking for Leia. And it documents fans like that. We had this incredible interview with a woman who in the 1970s, when nobody knew that there was new Star Wars coming, they made zines. They were the original Star Wars fanfic writers, and they published and sent these around to each other. And seeing how far we've come from then till now, and like you said, what the interaction level is from then
Mhm.
until now is radical. Like
Oh
we've
yeah.
yeah,
I remember a time when Mark Hamill didn't want anything to do with Star Wars fans, and valid,
valid,
Yeah.
valid. But
very fair.
then the sale happened, and then he started, like, I think he had this new perspective on the fandom that some people will say, like, oh, he only cares about you guys for the money, but I think that he saw a new generation of Star Wars fans at that time who weren't just, and I hate to generalize Star Wars fans from the original trilogy as like cranky people or whatever, but like the cranky voices are always loud. The angry
Oh, yeah.
voices are always loud.
Yeah.
And when he came back to it, he had this perspective of a fandom that had grown up online, that had a wider range of voices, that some of them were kids who grew up on the prequels and then watched his movie and then discovered Luke Skywalker. And I think that and his interaction, Timothy's interaction, and really any of these creatives' interactions with the Star Wars fandom radically shifted when we moved into what we know as the digital age, because
Yeah.
more of us had voices. We weren't just passing zines around to each other. We own those message boards now. We own these social spaces now. And I think that that's one of the most interesting things about Star Wars fandom that
Yeah.
really sets it apart from
Yeah.
a lot of other fandoms. Like there are some long-ranging fandoms like Trek and other things that, Lord of the Rings, that kind of have similar patterns, but I'd say we're the loudest. We're the most
loud.
defined. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Extremely
wish I
loud.
had not. I'm also in the middle of a move, and I really wish I had not packed this literally earlier today. But I have a copy of I think it's issue 2 of So Like and Yet So Unlike, one of the zines from the early 80s.
Yes.
Specifically issue 2, that being the one with a Krellian condition in it, which if you know, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, looking through these old fan publication stuff, yes, you have the angry people. There's always going to be angry.
Yeah.
But you've also always had people who were so excited. Like, everyone remembers the reaction to the prequels to the Phantom Menace of
Yeah.
hatred and anger, and
Yeah.
but
Katrina and I lived
mean,
through that.
but I also will find things where people are, really excitedly thinking about like, oh, like, so what could it mean that like we know that something called the Clone Wars is coming?
Yeah.
How does that tie into
Yeah.
this? Or like,
Mhm.
how is
Oh.
the Trade Federation going to still be important in the next movie? Or
Yeah.
and it's just really cool to see that there's always more than just the one side that you see.
Real
Yeah.
quick, there's a
Mhm.
storm going on outside, so if I lose real quick, I will try to come back in as fast
All
as
right.
No worries.
Just letting you know.
Where is
Uh,
y'all?
Just heard lightning.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
that actually reminds me of like we all know the legendary like Star Wars sort like X-wing like starfighter pilot like cosplay that was like crafted
Yes.
while it was still
Yeah.
in theaters.
Mhm.
I last month or so I drove down to Houston where I was purely at a convention to work a demo for like recruiting for my medieval organization. And I got ushered over to like introduce what I do to a girl who is not just cosplaying an X-Wing pilot, but cosplaying that original cosplay.
Mm.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wait.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Like hair was the same, even had the duct tape strips across the chest. It
Oh.
was like 1-to-1 replica of that
Hey, Clone Force.
original cosplay. It
Yeah.
was amazing. I like broke out of medieval mode to talk about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes this fandom like so special because
Mhm.
like you had said, Faye, there are so many layers and in-jokes and like
Yeah.
different pieces of our history that like we remember and we know it, from like the traditional running of the Wilrow hoods at all Star
Yeah.
Wars celebrations.
Yeah.
Like those are things that just like it makes it so unique and different. Like every
Thank you, but please do not cosplay me. I do not need Eric cosplayers coming up to me at conventions. Sorry, I did not mean to steal that, but I had to like look at that quote and say something.
Cosplay as our TTRPG characters instead.
Yeah. There's a podcaster in my chat that said I'm going to cosplay Eric, so I know what it feels like to be awesome.
Oh,
Apparently I'm awesome. I didn't know this, but okay, cool.
Man,
why would we?
Only
Why
if I
would we
bring
be
up
here if
one
you were
thing.
not?
Okay, yeah.
Man, I should dress up as Paris at a convention. Just
Oh
be
my
like, so
God.
do you like jizz?
Well, Katrina and I talked about with the Palps Peeps group about all of us dressing as our Old Republic RPG characters and going to Galaxy's Edge, and me doing the Stevie Palps in Ogas and like yelling at staff. But I was like, I don't want to get thrown out of Galaxy's Edge, so I'm
No.
not going to do that.
I should also probably not come in head to toe Zabrak makeup.
No, as awesome as that would be.
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the pink
Pink
shorts, boom, man.
Pink shorts, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Or what was it in The Mandalorian? The guy with the jeans.
Jeans guy.
Yeah, jean guy.
The little niche ones like how many Dave Filoni's and
Oh my
George
God. Yeah.
Lucas's walk around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
John, it is a lot to explain. Look
There
it up.
there is
Pink
a
Shorts guy was a boom mic operator.
There you go.
for the original movie, and there's a
wearing
behind the scenes
nothing
picture.
but pink booty shorts.
That's right.
Only
He's
that.
not wearing a shirt at all.
No
No,
shirt.
he's
That's
just
right.
in the
He's
booty
oh,
shorts.
In the
It's
sands
like-
of
I don't even know if he
Tanzania.
was wearing shoes.
It's the
Love it.
most 70s behind the scenes shot I've ever seen.
Yeah, jean guy. Jean guy.
Or
Jean
like
guy-
Rainbow Umbrella Qui-Gon. That's the
Yeah.
other one.
I
Mhm.
love Rainbow Umbrella Qui-Gon.
I do too.
With the sunscreen on the nose.
I want a Queen Amidala cosplayer one day to just have a cord like coming out from under her dress to be the cord that's in that shot.
Yeah.
It was one of those that's one of my favorite moments from the prequels, and I was very annoying about it at the TPM 25th anniversary because like the scene happened and I tapped my partner. I was like, look, there's a cord coming out of her dress. There's not a cord in the shot, and it's still here in this version. That's my version of like, did you know that Vigo broke his hand? Like,
Oh yeah.
No,
yeah.
no, he broke his toe.
his toe. Yeah. You know that he bought that horse?
Fun fact about this movie now. Can we just watch the movie? No.
Never.
No.
Never. But yeah, like going to those things, Katrina, you and I grew up in that prequel era, and like we saw that discourse. We saw like there were a lot of people that were like, "This is amazing," and we were those people. We were like, "This is awesome!" Like this is.
We were the 10-year-olds getting yelled at by grown men for our choice in movies.
Exactly.
Our choice in movies that were made for us, not them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's why I don't disparage a lot of the young folks who love the sequels, because those are their movies.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't matter what I think about the sequels at the end of the day.
Exactly.
If that got them into Star Wars, then hell yeah. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
like,
yeah.
I was so excited about the sequels coming out. This was my first body paint cosplay, and I like DIY'd the body paint. I dyed my skin blue on accident because I did a like DIY Twilight, and I dyed my skin blue.
But I mean, that is a memory that you're gonna have for the rest of your life, and that's a great Star Wars memory for you. I'm going to say this right now. I believe that even with some of the misses that we've had with Star Wars, like whether it be books or a movie may not sit well with you or what have you, there is. I mean, I'm still in the mentality of all Star Wars is good Star Wars because I just have fun with it, and because at the end of the day, we're meant to have fun with it. I love that we're talking about how each generation has grown up with a certain Star Wars thing. Because let's also talk Clone Wars. 15 plus years ago, people were ragging on that. But think of the kids that have grown up watching Clone Wars. Or Rebels, or exactly, or Bad Batch, or Resistance, or what have you. They're growing up watching these shows, and they're their first introductions. My nephew is 5 years old. His introduction to Star Wars is Young Jedi Adventures. He loves the hell out of that thing.
One of my favorite things
and
about
I've got a Nubs shrine.
The relationship between one of my like TTRPG buddies and Star Wars is she got into it through Young Jedi Adventures as well. Well, and so like even just today, like messaged me was like, "Hey, what era is Young Jedi Adventures again?" And I was like, "It's High Republic."
Yeah.
Do you want to get an info dump about Marchion Row? And she's like, "Sure."
But yeah, and then like you're gonna have some kids growing up and playing the Jedi games, and that's gonna be their introduction to Star Wars.
Yeah.
Or even Zero Company. Don't worry, chat. We're still looking at you. Bren saw 2 amazing Padme cosplays yesterday. One of them, Cadme. Superman on the brain because I was thinking Cadme. One of them's the "You're making me uncomfortable" apartment scene costume. And the other one was a Tatooine just before Anakin. I actually like calling him Anakin now. Wants to find his mother.
See, you said Cadme, and immediately my mental image was Cad Bane in the Queen Amidala makeup.
Oh my god,
that was essentially my thought, except it was just the blue face, the rest of the Queen Amidala.
But he's got, or he has the hologram. And then he's got that smoker's voice anyway. What do you want?
I won't yield to the Trade Federation.
People on the other end of the call do not even notice. They hang up and they're just like, "Did she look bluer than usual?" Must be interference.
I feel like I need to do a
Queen's decoy is not working out.
It's just well, what you got to do is you got to do the Amidala outfit, but then you have to keep the hat, and then like you have to have like red like here and there,
Yeah.
but like just a blue face like on top
Yes.
of it.
Like
Yeah.
Please.
no like hair on the scalp. It's
No.
bald cap with the headpiece.
Yeah. And then you've got the tubes coming out.
Yeah.
I will campaign for this. I will campaign for you to do this. Please.
Dave, if you're watching, we need this.
We have 2 years till the next Star Wars celebration, so plenty of time.
And we're gonna get to that in a second too.
I guess I'll make a plaster mold of my head and do prosthetics.
You are
Yes,
to
please.
document this journey if you do this.
I grew up with a special effects makeup artist for an older sister. Of course I'll do this.
Perfect.
Oh, I love it.
Anyway, Cadme.
Cadme.
Clone Wars, it got me into Star Wars. I grew up watching it on Fridays and Saturdays. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Mhm.
You know, and then Rebels hit, so an entire generation discovered Rebels for the first time.
Yeah.
Which, what a way to discover Star Wars.
Yeah. It's
Oh
funny
my
because
God,
when we were packing today, like I just threw on Rebels because I was like, let's just throw on some Star Wars, you know?
Yeah.
And I completely forgot that the first person to ever speak in Rebels is James Earl Jones as Darth Vader. He has the very first line in the show. And it's just like, this is the most hardcore, like badass thing you could possibly kick your show off with.
Yeah.
And people were like, this is a dinky kid show. It's like, no, that should have been a warning.
No.
It should have been a warning.
It's a warning.
It's gonna mess with your emotions. It's gonna break your heart if
When
Darth
you
Vader
get
kicks
your-
off the show.
When you get to your first dismemberment, kid show goes out the window. Like,
Yeah.
kid show goes out the window.
When that leaves him for dead. Like,
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
first of all, it's Star Wars. We
Mhm.
all know that Star Wars has a thing against limbs.
Oh, absolutely.
oh yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But you see, this is what this is about. This is what fandom's about. It's about a bunch of us getting together or doing podcasts or what have
Yeah.
you to just celebrate these things because we're passionate about it, right? Like,
Mhm.
one of the things that Katrina and I have in common is we both love Disney theme parks. Absolutely love Disney theme parks. And
I'm training to become a Disney travel advisor. I love it that much.
that's
Nice.
awesome. But you and I could just sit down and geek out over Disney parks, and we did that. Like
Mhm.
we did that.
Yeah.
But that's another thing. Like, hi, Kitty. Find your people. You know,
Yeah.
find your fandoms. Now, when it comes to growing these communities, this is going to be an interesting conversation because we need to be welcoming to everyone. But we also need to make sure we're keeping these communities safe from the pieces of garbage. And I hate to say it like that, but it's that. You know what I mean? It's the
Yeah.
it's the misogynists, it's the homophobics, the sexists, all of that. We need to keep our fandoms safe from people like that.
Mhm.
Keep the
Yeah.
toxicity out. You know,
Yeah.
it's okay for some people to like act salty, like John Prime. He acts salty all the time, but that's part of his demeanor. But deep down
Yeah.
inside, he's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. He cares about people of all, like, you know, everyone. So, yeah, we need these to
Yeah.
be safe spaces.
Mhm.
How do you all think we should grow our communities, and how do you think we should be keeping these communities safe?
One of the big things that, like, for me comes up whenever I'm discussing my fandoms while also trying to make sure I'm very clear a lot of the time about where my position lies on a lot of things. And that genuinely one of the best ways to nip it in the bud and keep those sort of people from feeling safe to interact with me is having that level of openness.
Mhm.
Like, I learned very quickly that I have to call shit out quickly because
Yes.
I've been going to conventions since I was 14 years old.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
was unsupervised, so I needed to be my own defense mechanism a lot of the time. This is also in the days of Homestuck, so conventions were the Wild West.
Oh my goodness.
Wild West.
Oh. Well, gosh, I had a really bad flashback about the Homestuck years. I don't know if you are aware of the hot tub incident in ALA, but there was, yeah, anyway. But I'm on the same page with you there. I'm a little older. I've been going to conventions since technically like 1994 when I was a child, but like
Yeah.
consciously making the decision to go to conventions since about like 2001. MegaCon 2001 was my first like, I want to go to this convention and not just like dad is taking me to a convention.
Yeah.
And I was a young girl and you know that I think that was like a really, it was so much fun, and it was also like there are a lot of older men here who are trying to get near me. And it was, I think, perspective setting, because now having had that experience, I know how to protect people. And I think to your point, Faye, that is such a good like thing to say and be open about what your beliefs are, who you are, because that's a great way to find your people, and it's a great way for people to find you. And I think just being loud about it is a big important thing. I won't name names, but I was at the George Lucas panel at San Diego Comic-Con in the press pool this year, and it was incredible. It was such a great show, but there was someone behind me who is known for being very negative and destructive in the Star Wars community. And so I just immediately started having a conversation with one of the women next to me, because I ended up in this great row full of like really cute women. And I was like, isn't it sick that like all of these amazing women are covering Star Wars and covering George Lucas and covering this museum opening? And we just got into a conversation. And like there were moments when this other person behind us tried to join in. But ultimately what I ended up doing was like, I typed out on my phone, like, hey, I know he's trying to get you to watch his content. He's known for this, you know, he's done this, he's made this kind of video. And she was like, thanks for warning me about that. And it sucked because like, you know, there are certain moments where like you can't just immediately go like, hey, fuck off, don't talk to us. Because it's not safe. But being able to look out for each other like that, I think is important. And saying like, hey, just a heads up, this is the kind of person that is, or these are the kinds of fans they are. But we're hanging out over here and you're more than welcome to join us, and we won't criticize you for being a female Star Wars fan, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Leah, go ahead and then I'll share. Queen Katrina.
I come at this from a different angle, where I was fully an adult when I first started going to proper conventions. But I think, it's been said already that just you need to make it known that you're not about that, and you won't put up with that. People are, you know, more likely to actually respect that coming from an adult than from a child, especially a young girl. But you need to like not. You don't have to. I think don't feed trolls is true whether you're online or offline.
Absolutely.
Always.
Because once you start giving people your time, then that starts validating them taking your time in that way.
Like one of the most important things, this comes from both my medievalist like spaces and convention and fandom spaces, is you have to make sure that sure that people are aware of who missing stairs are in the community.
Yeah.
Without like doing public calls outs, because that's one of the major ways that you end up feeding the trolls.
Yeah, it's about bringing in people, but it's also about protecting them. It's about being like, hey, I would do my research on that person before you really start talking to that person,
Yeah.
because that's another thing. I've been doing conventions since 2007. Yeah, 2007. So I've been doing them on and off since 2007. And like Leah, I was an adult when I first started going, and
Mhm.
it was a little bit easier for me to determine who the bad actors were and who were not. Um, One thing I will say also is when it comes to going to conventions and everything, just make sure you're looking out for each other. Go to
Mhm.
conventions in a group of friends too, because that's the best way of going. Um, I mean, if you can't, try to make friends at a convention too,
Mhm.
because there are so many activities that you can do to make friends with people at conventions.
Yeah.
And a lot of panels that you can go to are very interactive, where you can talk to people and get to know people. So I would say that. Um, if you're with a friend group, just look out for one another. Really,
Mhm.
just look out for one another because um, I will say this right now. I'm not going to mention any names, but one of my friends has this crazy ex-boyfriend. And we were at a convention one time, and we were vending at the convention,
Mhm.
and our two friends, their sisters, they came up to us and they were talking about this crazy ex, and my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, she just goes, "If you need Eric, he'll be your boyfriend for the day." And I was like, "Yeah, no, I got you. Like, if you need like protecting, I got you. Like,
Mhm.
just look out for one another. That's the key. That is the key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the key. And have fun though. Like, have fun. These fandoms are meant to be fun. And yeah, the discourse gets in there and it's terrible. Like,
Mhm.
I remember Spingate. Like, that's all I have to say. Spingate from Book of Boba Fett. Like, come on.
Let's
Yeah,
not forget
yeah,
about the brick. The
yeah,
argument
yeah,
about the
exactly.
The
brick.
bricks and screws.
Yeah, bricks and screws.
Bricks and screws.
Yeah, I and I also think that being at a physical location with real people whose faces you can actually see as you're talking to them, you're going to get different kinds of people
Yes,
who are causing problems,
absolutely.
but you're going to get a lot less of the people who just like to hate everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
is much harder to be a hater when you see a face in front of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Because you see the emotions on that person's face. You
Yeah.
see that what you're saying is actually affecting that person.
Like
And
I
it's,
I
yeah,
I do think that like the like growth in convention culture,
Mhm.
especially like conventions started having like a big boom and becoming more mainstream actually with Twilight. It's
Yeah,
really
Mhm.
funny.
yeah,
uh, so like the growth of convention culture has also helped a lot in like how we handle discourse.
yeah,
Mhm.
Like
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've never been to a Star Wars celebration, but all the footage I've seen from a Star Wars celebration, that discourse is out the window. Like, it's just celebrating Star Wars.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
even we're and I'm sure we're going to talk about this because it's on the list. But like fan run conventions, like Rebel Scum that happened this past like last week, I think.
yeah,
All of everyone seemed like they had a fantastic time, and this
yeah,
was in the middle of like Texas, which
yeah.
yeah,
is Texas. So
yeah.
I
They've
I
got
think
their own problems right now.
yeah, and I think that's just a testament to what you're saying is that
Yeah,
like everyone had such a wonderful time.
yeah,
Everyone made really good friends. Like everyone got to see each other and have
yeah,
great panels, and I think that like that is important to remember when we're online and we're seeing bad actors who
yeah,
are just trying to stir up crap that won't show their faces at
yeah,
these conventions, and if they do, they won't be welcome in spaces
yeah,
where we are.
yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this: we need to treat our online communities like we're at a convention.
Yeah.
We really
yeah.
do. We need to block those bad actors. We need to
Mhm.
block them because they have no space. We don't. Let's face it. There's so much going on in the world right now. We have all of these things going on. Why would we waste our time and energy on dealing with these people that want to bring down something that we love so much and want to destroy people that we care about? Why would we do that? Why would we waste our energy on that? Block and move on. Just block
Yeah.
and report and move on.
Yeah.
Especially if they say some shit.
Yeah.
Like if they start saying some shit and they start threatening, block, report, and move on.
Yeah. I think that this has been a topic of conversation recently, but it's just like, think about the cost of your energy, think about the cost of like your friends' energies, and then just decide that like this ain't worth it and block them. The less the more closed their echo chamber is, the less we will hear from them. So
there are more of us, John. You're right. There are more of us, and that's how we got to look at it. And I'll tell you right now, you come after any one of my family, I'm blocking you, I'm reporting you, and we're moving on from there. Seriously. And I consider these three amazing people part of my family because they are.
I love the different like hand hearts that we're all doing.
Also, I'm gonna say this.
This version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of fandom communities, there's one that's been popping up like within the last month, and I think we all know which one that is. I believe it's a musical. Yes, Cats. Cats the fandom. Yeah. No. K-pop. Like that is the example of a fandom that is thriving. Like, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I it's so funny because like this was another fandom where like I was really into it in the early 2000s, and now I'm just like, I'm so happy that everyone's happy.
Yes.
Like like I was into it when like Shinhwa was a thing, and now they're considered like the grandfathers of K-pop, and I'm like, they're like 40. But I mean, to John's point in the chat, I think that there have been a lot of really big steps for K-pop recently, where Twice has gone mainstream. Other bands that have also gone mainstream, BTS, all of that. But K-pop Demon Hunters, I think, put it just straight to the top.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Like broke BTS's record.
Yeah.
Broke. I mean, they're the first girl group. Huntrix is the first girl group since Destiny's Child to hit #1 on the Billboard charts.
Yeah.
Which is
but that fandom is thriving, and they are doing fan art and fan fictions and all this other, like, what if Gino lived? Like,
Gino obviously got Soul Eater and is now Rumi's sword.
Like
I'm going to maintain that theory.
That's the plot of a T. Kingfisher book.
Yeah. Nice plug, Leah. Nice plug.
I love it. But I mean, it says so much, because the special thing about it, I think, is that Star Wars is intergenerational because it's been around for so long. K-pop Demon Hunters is intergenerational because it's good. Like, kids love it, adults love it. Yeah. Like I didn't even know that like children were watching K-pop Demon Hunters until I went to Comic-Con and saw a bunch of little girls dressed as Rumi and Mira, and I was just like, oh my god, the kids love it too. That's great. And then it dawned on me that like this was made for children, Katrina. Even though there's murder in it, the ab thing. There's a lot of murder. There are like naked abs, but but it is, I guess, made for children. And I think that's just how universal like the storytelling is, how universal the music is, and how like when you lead a story with authenticity and love for its source and source material, source culture, and you have voices on that team that are those storytellers, like then you get K-pop Demon
Oh
Hunters.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it was a love letter to animation,
Oh,
music,
yeah.
culture,
Mhm.
folklore, all of that. It's just one massive love letter. And I mean, next week this thing hits theaters next week for limited release, and they're selling out.
Yep.
Like shows are selling out.
I do apologize to my sister because she's gonna get her eardrums burst because
Are
I will
you
be
going to the
screaming.
sing along?
Yes, with my
So
siblings.
are we.
Oh,
Incredible.
I gotta see if we've got tickets. I was looking at them, and then it's like, man, that's like the day before we start moving, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
But what better way to celebrate your move than to go
I
to
know.
a K-pop Demon Hunters?
I
Like,
Yeah.
know.
And like K-pop Demon Hunters also like managed to like break my TikTok algorithm to where I got introduced to a bunch of really amazing K-pop groups that like
Yeah.
recently debuted,
Mhm.
including X Love, who's like currently like my fave.
yeah.
Mhm.
But what K-pop Demon Hunters did for K-pop, Turning Red did for boy bands again.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you look at that, like it's crazy. Like and these fandoms have just popped up around these niche things. And I wouldn't say K-pop's a niche thing anymore because it's a global thing.
No.
I feel like I have a really weird perspective on how big K-pop is because I live in Koreatown.
Oh,
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
But
But
that's
I mean, I
awesome.
think it's cool how even among like the pre-existing K-pop ecosystem,
Mhm.
even among that, this has taken off.
Yeah.
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 I'm very interested in seeing what tours look like going forward
Mhm.
versus how they were before. Because like we have KCON down in LA,
Yeah.
which has always been a pretty big show, but now I'm wondering if like it's gonna become SDCC levels of like, oh
It
my
could be.
god, it's ticket sale apocalypse, like it's hotel
Yeah.
apocalypse, like
Yeah.
this is now something we need to take deeply seriously.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what's
High
coming.
bagel.
It's like it's pandemonium now.
Yeah, because like the press coverage from like the recent like Stray Kids and ATEEZ tours are like I'm seeing way more of those like performances than I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
fans are just recording them.
And like credit to those K-pop bands for immediately doing like K-pop Demon Hunters covers, because like
Yeah.
ATEEZ has done that. Twice obviously has done that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Twice was in it. But like ITZY and all these other K-pop bands are like learning the choreography, singing the
Mhm.
songs, like,
Yeah.
and I think that's such a smart idea when it comes to not just welcoming in new fans, but like really
Mhm.
spotlighting what their fandoms are into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the joy of being a fan. That's
Yeah.
that's the joy of it. I'm not as big into K-pop Demon Hunters. Like my wife loves it. I thought it was good. Like I thought the movie was good. I thought the music was good. I was blown away by the animation because it reminded me so much of Spider-Verse because Sony did
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that just made me so happy. Like I
Mhm.
loved the anime style reactions as well. Like that scene on the plane in the beginning is still one of my favorite scenes in any movie. Like when she's watering the plant with the coffee. Like
Yeah.
I lost it. I was
And the fight scene,
cracking
it just
up.
like
Yes.
It's
takes off.
so
Yes.
good. It's why I'm really excited. In December, I'm going to be doing a mirror cosplay with a full like Huntrix group.
Nice.
Which means I will not be hand making this. I'm having a friend make it, but I'm going to have a light up glaive.
Oh, I just got chills.
That's awesome.
Right down the back of my head, I got chills. That is so sick.
We are weaponizing my monotone voice.
I love it.
Why not?
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Is this an appropriate moment to say I've not seen this movie?
Oh my!
That's
Well,
the funniest
It's
time
the
to say
perfect
that.
moment to say this. Like,
I just want to say, like, Eric, you have a Discord community.
I do.
And we
Yeah.
could do a live watch with Leah if Leah is
Yeah.
down for it.
If
I'm just saying.
I
Not
am-
saying. You
I
know?
am, no, I am
I would-
down. I'll get the Netflix.
I am hypothetically down. I am also extraordinarily busy.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Understandable.
let
Next
us know
month.
if you
Next
wanna
month.
watch it,
Winter.
and we got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be perfect for the winter months. It would be
It
perfect
would.
for the winter months.
It would also make it really funny because very likely that will put me into double digits of watching K-pop Demon Hunters.
Hey,
Well, by winter, I plan on being triple digits watching Superman, so it's okay.
You know, exactly.
I don't even want to think about how many times I've watched the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Exactly.
Or
Or
Oh,
Ghostbusters or Alien or
Mhm.
yeah.
Exactly.
yeah.
But yeah, we'll do a K-pop. We'll do a K-pop watch. We'll do a K-pop watch in Discord. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about should we move on to conventions, because I think we talked about protecting people in our communities and growing our communities. Let's talk about conventions and how important these are. I mean, there's conventions everywhere.
Yeah.
Everything has a
All
convention now, all over. There are big conventions like San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con. LA Comic-Con, I would say, is a massive convention.
yeah,
You have your medium conventions. I would say that would be like Awesome Con. Also large conventions, I would say Star Wars Celebration, which
Obviously.
we're all trying to get to in 2 years, so we're trying.
Mhm.
But your medium-sized conventions, I would say like something like Awesome Con, MegaCon, I would say it's a large convention, but it's a medium convention at the same time. And then you have your smaller conventions, your smaller fan-run conventions. Like Ocean City Comic Con is one of my favorites because it also allows me to go back home for a few days.
Mhm.
Farpoint is another one of my favorites, and I'm sorry that I keep promoting the hell out of this thing. I'm sorry, but it's a great convention. It's a fantastic convention. But I love small conventions, and that I think is where we get our bread and butter in fandom communities.
Mhm. Sorry, I was looking up Firepoint because now I'm just like,
Yeah.
well, maybe I can go.
Like,
Justina's going to be there.
Oh. Okay. Wait, Gina or like Tina?
Justina.
Ireland.
Oh,
Ireland.
Justina. Oh, okay.
Oh
I thought
no,
you said
no.
I was like,
no! If she
I was like,
showed up,
ah!
no. If she
Oh.
showed up, I would be like, yeah, sorry, I'm not coming.
yeah.
to
Maybe
this
don't
thing."
go this year.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But I think so. That's really okay. So how I kind of frame this is that like big and mid-sized conventions are the conventions that you go to see your friends from like all over the place.
Yeah.
I agree.
And of course to see all of these big things, big events like Star Wars Celebration and all of those massive panels. But I go to Star Wars Celebration because my friends come in from all over the country, from all over the world. This is like the one time that year that I really, really get to see them, because if I were to go to SDCC, 90% of us would be working. With Star Wars Celebration, like some of us are working to cover the con or like work a booth or whatever, but there's a lot more opportunity there for like a social like moment and like to go grab a drink or grab dinner with somebody that you hang out with online every day but like you haven't seen in 2 years.
It becomes like a family reunion.
Yeah. And then the local cons are a really great opportunity, or the smaller conventions, the regional conventions. Those are a great opportunity to build community, I think, around where you live, especially if you live somewhere that is not as populated. Like I think a lot about like the Midwest and like the Southeast, where you guys have Dragon Con and stuff, but like you also have a lot of smaller cons that are super regional and super community based, and I think those are the opportunities where you can make friends that are actually close to you, and have that opportunity to build your friendship out from there. So I think there are strong points.
Come to Toronto.
Yeah. The funny thing is I usually have the opposite thing of like I usually go to big conventions where it's like I want to like hit the panels and see what the community is talking about.
Yeah.
And when it comes to like smaller local conventions, I'm working. I'm either like doing like newcomer introductions for my medieval organization, or I'm running panels, stuff like that, where it's just I'm working like at a table or a booth or panel wise, and so I don't get the time to socialize and build as much community there.
Yeah. I mean, like when it comes to Farpoint, I'm covering that like media wise. Like I'm working that entire convention. Like Ocean City Comic Con, my wife is selling like her plush and all that stuff, so I'm helping her. Like I'm working that entire weekend. But it's talking to the people that you're running into at these smaller conventions, learning about their fandoms, learning about what they're passionate about. That to me is a great way of connecting with people, especially like if you're working a con.
Yeah.
And I feel like LA Comic Con, like, yes, it's obviously huge because LA is huge. But it also has the feel of a smaller convention in that people aren't coming to LA for LA Comic Con. It's mostly people from the LA metro.
Yeah.
It just happens to be a very big metro.
But that's what it should feel like.
Yeah, and like I just think that's why I really like going to that con every year. Because it's like I am just hanging out with the people I see around.
It's like a homecoming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I agree with you on that. That's where, LA Comic Con is where I learned that there was like a Star Trek costuming group in LA, because one of them just ran up to me. I was wearing like an Elhofer Star Trek top, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, you should join our crew." And I didn't live in LA at the time, so I couldn't. But it was cool to find out that there were like actual Star Trek costuming groups in the similar vein of like the 501st and stuff. And that's sort of how I've always felt about LA Comic Con too. It's a really good place to go see my LA friends.
Yes. Yeah. And there's a huge there's always a huge showing of the like local fan groups there.
Yes.
Which I just love. It's always so good to see.
And what's really cool about these conventions, and I'm going to say every convention in general, is that when these fan groups do show up, like 501st, like the Star Trek costuming groups, all of them, they are giving to charity. Like they are collecting money for charities and doing auctions for charities and all of that. And that to me is just wonderful. That to me just shows how much the community means to these groups. Because look at the 501st. I mean, they're doing outreach at hospitals and all of these things. Like Farpoint is another great example of charity, because they have 3 charities that they're supporting throughout that entire weekend. And they do art auctions and silent auctions for all sorts of stuff for these charities that go throughout the entire weekend. And one of those charities is for children with terminal illnesses and like helping them and their families. So like that to me, when communities get together for these conventions and they're giving back to the communities, that to me just cements it even more too. Like it's just like 501st does Shooter Trooper. That's awesome. Like it's so much fun, like doing the Shooter Trooper, especially when you headshot a stormtrooper and then they just go back. Like it's great.
Like Rebel Legion, I think at Comicpalooza is the one who I went to where they had the little land speeder.
Yes.
And there are pictures of me in my fully medieval clothing with my mug, drinking and driving.
That's awesome.
Because and the pictures, I'm like smiling ear to ear, because what I didn't realize when the person who had the bike was like just pressing to turn on the sound effects for the video, he turned on a joke song. So I hadn't realized that there was a joke song in the soundboard.
That was so great.
But that's awesome. Like that's awesome. And yeah, these are great places for these groups to recruit people, but at the same time, it's just they just want to hang out with you. They want to know who you are. They want to talk to you, and just that's what it's about. That's what conventions are about. And running
Mhm.
panels at conventions, I love doing panels at conventions. It's so much fun because
Yeah.
So
you get to
fun.
meet new people. You get to talk
Mhm.
to people. Like it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did a High Republic panel a couple of years ago at AwesomeCon. That was so much
Yeah.
fun. And Justina was there for it. Like she was on the panel with us. It was great. And then this year we did a con survival guide at AwesomeCon. And we had like
Nice.
20 people, and like a bunch of them, it was their first con
Yeah.
Yeah.
like they've ever been to. And I was like, well, you picked a hell of a one to start. Like like it's AwesomeCon's pretty big.
Yeah.
And people go to conventions, like a lot of people go for like the celebrities and stuff. And I get it. Like you want to meet those people. But let's also not forget, a lot of people go to support local artists,
Yeah.
small time
Yeah.
publishers. Leah, I love that you were talking about independent comics, because
Yeah.
going to conventions is the best way to support indie comics.
It's the
It's
best way to
so good.
find, like, one
Yeah.
of my favorite ways to find indie comics is just stroll through Artist Alley.
I found them
Oh,
on
yeah.
accident.
Yeah. I found an amazing comic at Baltimore Comic Con a few years ago called Bigfoot Knows Karate.
Nice.
And he was going up against Kung Fu-Lu. And it was literally a Cthulhu that knew Kung Fu. And the dude,
Yeah.
I walked up to his booth and I was like, pitch me. And he goes, Bigfoot Knows Karate. And I was like, shut up, take my money. Here you go. Like,
I am sold.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's the great thing too, because they
Yeah.
want you to read their books. They want
Right.
you to experience this.
Mhm.
There's some
Yeah.
great stuff out there.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
constantly-
like at their core conventions, whether they are corporate run or fan run, they are about the community and
Yeah.
about connecting with each other and celebrating the
Mhm.
fans.
Yeah.
I had to.
I will say this though. I'm tired of all the Funko booths at conventions. I'm tired of all the Funko booths.
If I ever
Yeah.
run a convention, be a Funko free zone.
Thank you, Leah. I will be first in line day one for that convention.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I get it.
Yeah, I get it. It's a,
Mhm.
I mean, and they come in convenient cubic boxes, so they're very
Yeah.
easy to pack for
Mhm.
the vendors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But-
just don't like them.
But also,
I-
I mean, there's so many of them that are just left on the shelves at the end of the
Yes.
convention, and it's like, that feels like,
Yeah.
It's a good indicator of what's not selling,
Hmm.
Mhm.
yeah,
but also
Well, some of them are too expensive too.
I
Yeah.
do sometimes make the joke a little bit about, like, I am the worst type of fan to go shopping in Artist Alley, because I am a big fan of such niche characters that never get art.
Yes.
Which is why when one of my friends went to San Diego Comic Con and was like, "Hey, what do you want me to come home with for you?" I said, "None of the characters I would name you would recognize. Could you look for Thrawn?
you look for Thrawn.
Can you look for Thrawn?"
Life is getting dangerous for me now that
Yeah.
Ventress is becoming more of a
Yeah.
spotlight character.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they just this year just announced a Ventress Funko after
Yeah.
I was just, and it's like such a no-brainer because like she has a big bald head. So I don't
Yeah.
know
Oh, yeah.
why it took this long, but now they've announced it. Oh,
Beautiful.
I love it.
That's beautiful.
I've got to tell you,
Thrawnathy.
I gotta tell you the story of how my partner and I met one day because Thrawn is in the middle of it.
It was a Thrawn sandwich with Katrina and Thomas.
Well, not really. It's more complicated than that, but yeah. I mean, I'm on the same page there, where it's like, for the longest time, like I haven't been catered to as a fan because of my hyper focused characters, and now it's getting dangerous because it's like, oh no, she's getting mainstream now. I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money. Like,
Mhm.
And the other thing about conventions and how that like collector's landscape is changing is because is that like on the low side you have Funkos and on the high side now you have Labubus, which at San Diego Comic-Con there were so many, like the actual Pop Mart booth was there, and our booth was right next to them. It was really funny, but every other toy booth had Labubus or Lafufus or whatever, and they were all like $80 a pop, and
it's ridiculous. Like my wife has what, 2 Labubus
so far.
so far.
Now, currently, she has 2. I have 1, but my excuse is that my dear friend Kyle gave it to me, and we live far apart. And Kyle was like,
blah.
Kyle said, "Keep this on you, so that I'm always with you." And I'm like, "Okay, fine." So
yeah, I'm so glad that my friends, especially, this is one of the side effects of essentially living on a queer commune, is like all of my friends realize that I'm too anti-capitalist for that.
So okay, I get Labubus. I get it. I think they're this generation's Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
Here's Kermit's. Here's my wife's Kermit.
I disagree, because with Beanie Babies, you could go and you knew which one you were buying. There's an aspect of gambling involved with the Labubu that I do not like.
I am learning things about the Labibis that I did not.
Look, the Labubus that I was excited about, and they're not Labubus. Like the most exciting thing that came out, I think, at Star Wars Celebration were those little Ewok keychain plushies.
Yes,
I have been chasing them down.
I still need to send you yours. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, no,
I
it's fine.
have
I still need to send you the money
Princess
for it.
Kinisa over there.
I love her.
She's just far enough away that I cannot reach, but
yeah.
So
those are my Labubus. Those are the ones I like.
There's also a Disney version.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my wife got the entire box set.
I do also have devastating news from Dragon Con. The like in association with the charity coin that Star Wars at Dragon Con does every year, they're also handing out La Choo-Choos, which are Labubu Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
Can I ask you to get one?
Handed out at Dragon Con.
I need one of them.
You know
I'm
what?
sorry.
I'm gonna be so honest. I think the name saves it. I think the name saves that.
I'm looking for them now.
I do not. I was actually told I would be.
Can you send a picture of La Choo-Choos later?
I will send it to the Discord. I also was told in no uncertain terms by my roommates that I would be put to firing squad if I came home with one.
With a La Choo-Choo?
With a La Choo-Choo.
Oh wait. So okay, hold on. So now I'm seeing it. It's an actual like challenge coin and not a plush.
Yeah, it's a coin designed to look like the.
Wow. Oh,
yeah.
Really? Okay. No, it really is a Labubu dressed as Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
I'm
good for
trying
them.
to see this. I'm not seeing this in Google.
I'm putting it in the Discord right now.
Okay. Okay. Here we go.
No, that's
okay. So it's a pin.
That's exactly what the name says it is.
A pin. Got it.
Okay, it's a pin. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, if this was a plush, I'd be like, no thanks. I'm good. It's a fan-made thing that they're hanging out for the Star Wars track at Dragon Con.
Yeah.
And you know what? Hey, to their credit, it's for charity. So
it is for charity.
Yeah. It is for charity. I'm just gonna get the Kyber throne because the Kyber throne.
Kyber. That doesn't work.
Like it's
Labubus have achieved the immortal position of causing Christian nationalists to go
Oh my
cuckoo
God.
gaga and say that it's from Satan. So now they're up there
Um,
with Beanie Babies and
yeah.
Pokemon
And
and
Monster Energy
And
drink.
Yep.
the other thing we don't talk about.
Mm,
Christian nationalists are now buying and burning Labubus because they believe that the devil. The look my wife just gave me. She's yeah. Remember in the 90s when they were burning Pokemans? Oh
I remember
yeah,
those pamphlets.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
televangelists went crazy.
but that's another really, to get us back on track and
Yeah.
topic.
So
Like that's
anyway,
another really
conventions.
good example of fandom because collectors are part of fandom, and some
Yeah.
fandoms are just being collectibles. Like my
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
friend Laura loves Labubus, and
Mhm.
they bring her joy, and like
Exactly.
that makes me happy. Like
Yeah.
Exactly.
that's
My wife loves Labubus. She loves blind box stuff. I'm like,
yeah.
you know what? That makes you happy.
Yeah.
Go for it. Like, I'm not going to tell you that you can't enjoy that.
Yeah.
Why should I tell
Yeah.
you that you can't
Yeah.
enjoy that?
And they meet other fans
Otherwise,
or
I get beat up.
collectors of Labubus and make friends, and at the end of the day, that's all we can hope for anyone is to
Yeah.
find
I
people
mean,
that love the things they love.
Yeah.
so one of the collecting things that I do, like I do Black Series. I mean,
Mhm.
we all do
Oh, yeah.
Black Series. But we pick and choose like the Black Series that we want. But like
Yeah.
I've met a lot of people that just love collecting Black Series.
Mhm.
One of my best friends, Tim, he loves GI Joe. He just collects GI Joes just left and right and
Mhm.
he's been doing that since he was a kid.
Mhm.
Me, I also love Power Rangers, so if I can find like a decent Power Rangers figure, I'll pick it up, like for
Yeah.
a decent
Mhm.
price. I mean, um, my wife, save that. My wife loves My Little Pony, so she got a pony blind box earlier
Oh.
yesterday.
Oh,
Fluttershy.
I need to send. I'm gonna send an unrelated thing to the Discord purely because that did remind me of the wonderful crossover between My Little Pony and my medieval stuff,
Nice.
where we did custom medieval stamped fabric that had Rainbow Dash.
Nice. So Pom Pom Purin and all of them, Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
So yesterday we're at Miniso. My wife and we were celebrating her birthday yesterday. Her birthday was Wednesday, but we celebrated yesterday because I had to work. Anyway, we're at Miniso, and I see a Pom Pom Purin, and I see a Hello Kitty, and then I see Cinnamon Roll, and my wife goes, "Do you know who that one is?" And I'm like, "No," and she goes, "It's a breakfast dessert. It starts with the C," and I just go, "Crumpet." And she just lost it.
Oh.
Trumpet.
Oh.
But I love that they're like collector
Yeah,
fandoms, and like I think as Star Wars
Katrina,
fans and fans of huh?
we got these.
Oh,
We
good.
got one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just quietly sent him like the
Yeah.
Cosby bobblehead thing because I was like, oh, she likes blind boxes, huh? Well, here you go.
Yeah.
If you've
Oh
got an
no, we
extra
got that.
Savage Press, call me.
No, we just have the one, and we got Anakin.
Oh,
Nice.
Anakin's so cute.
Yeah, that was her birthday blind box actually at Miniso.
Oh, I
Oh.
know.
Yeah.
So cute. Yeah.
If I find a Savage Press, I will definitely send it to you. I got you.
Yes.
I got you.
Yay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we found that one in Tyson's corner. Jeez. Yeah, our Miniso sucks. Anyway,
Mhm.
so collecting, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Um, but seriously, conventions are so important to our lifeblood. They help us grow. They help us find new friends and new people. We get to geek out. Crumpet is a great answer. We get to we get to geek out about whatever we want, and it's a safe space.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the post that's going around on Instagram. The "you need to nerd out" post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to do. Just,
Yeah.
who cares? Who cares? As
Mhm.
long as it makes you happy, that's all that matters.
It means I get like the wonderful thing about Dragon Con is I get to finally talk to someone about those stupid space ties.
I love it. I would argue that cosplay and costuming, because of conventions like that, I think is a fandom and sub fandom wouldn't exist in the capacity it exists now
Yeah.
I
without
agree.
that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Like and seeing the cosplay contests like
Yes.
Oh
happen
yeah.
at conventions, and seeing just hall cosplays are just incredible. Like,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like really the best time I get to sit and talk with cosplayers is while like sitting in line for cosplay contests.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
we're stuck there waiting, so we finally
Mhm.
get the chance to relax and chat.
Oh, so one of my favorite things, I did this this year at Farpoint. Wife and I entered the costume contest, the masquerade, the green room. We were all just hanging out, just talking,
Oh
like
yeah.
the entire
Mhm.
time. It was great. It was so great, and like the staff was talking to us and everything. Like it was perfect. I love that. Like just a bunch of people just relaxing in costume. Yeah.
Yeah. And like finding cosplayers is actually my favorite thing to do at conventions. I will like
Mhm.
gather a list of some of my friends' favorite characters and I'll seek them out.
Mhm.
This did result in me at one point like hopping over a fence and then
Nice.
but I caught up to the Rainier cosplayer. It was early hours, so it wasn't like disruptive to the crowds or anything. It was just like this is my quickest path.
Mhm.
And I was not very caffeinated. So it just
Hey.
I love connecting with cosplayers. When we were at San Diego Comic Con this year, I was working the Master Replicas booth, and so I didn't get to go out too much, but I got to see a lot of cosplayers who came to us, and I love just like little moments where you say, "Oh, I love your costume." You like
Mhm.
compliment the work, you give them the they work for
yeah.
years
Yeah.
sometimes on cosplays
Oh
like
yeah.
this, and that's really all I expect. But every once in a while I stopped these two Padme cosplayers. One of them was Queen Amidala, the other one was the arena Padme, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I love your costume so much. The Queen Amidala, her bulbs lit up, which I
Mhm.
thought was so cool, and they were like, oh, thank you so much. And then everyone swarmed them with photos, but they were there with their dad, and they like personally asked him to come back to me while they were taking photos and gave me a sticker and two like little like
Mm.
challenge coins, because I sat and yapped about their costumes for so long, and now I have these like little pieces of memories of like their work and their cosplay that
Yeah.
it's just gonna live with me in my house forever. Like
Oh yeah.
that's
And,
wild, I think.
and that's why I love conventions and working conventions, because you see that cosplay like come down the aisle or what have you, and if it's something you recognize, you just go, you know what, that's awesome. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
that can make someone's day right there. Like
Yeah.
they may not feel confident in that costume at that time, and you just go, you know what, you nailed it, you did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My favorite thing, and this is the thing I come prepped for any convention I go to, is I collect replica coins,
Mhm.
which means any time I see a Geralt of Rivia, I,
You toss your coin to your
I,
voicer.
I come up and chat, and then I go, "Can I toss a coin at you?" And so like I'll do the quick little throw, and then like give a like rundown and like here's my little nerd thing about like this is when this came from, this is the king that minted them, this is how much it would work in like real life. It's worth in like real life dollars, and it's
That's
like
so
it's a
cool.
fun little
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah, but they'll remember that. They
Yeah.
remember stuff like that. Yeah. Um, at Ocean City Comic Con this past year, there was a guy dressed as a Helldiver that was walking around, and everybody was yelling for Super Earth, and he was like doing the same thing. It was great, and like he had like a little bit of bug blood splatter on him and stuff. Like it was great.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There is something so magical about making someone's face light up when you recognize their niche cosplay, especially.
Mhm.
Yes.
One of my favorite moments at this past celebration was I was just walking between two things and I saw someone and I was like, I need to run this person down and tell them how much because they were in a Lily Torasi cosplay. And it was incredible.
That is amazing.
But
Yeah.
this is like such a mood. Like I've talked about like the horrible like I went into theology of the Jedi panel and it was all Jedi hate. Middle of that though, while I was like in line trying to keep my emotions in check, some guy turned around to me and said, "You look really good in your Marta cosplay."
Aww.
Yeah.
And I will say this, Leah, your Nash Durango, like
Oh
I
my
love
God,
your
yeah.
Nash Durango.
When Isabella and I did Nash and Tabor Valdorin at LA Comic Con a couple of years ago, like right after the show had first come out,
Yeah.
we did not expect to get as many people like recognizing us as we did. Of like, you had the parents with little kids, and little kids are like, Tabor! But then you also have like adults recognizing it, being excited about it. What I really didn't expect was the slowly growing number of Young Jedi Adventures cosplayers that we would have at subsequent LA area cons, where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, we've got a Zia, we've got another Tabor, we've got another Nash, and like
Aw.
it's very cool how like a couple people recognized it. We we were wearing those, and one of the like people with the full Mandalorian kit saw that and was like, "That is my next project." And then like the next con, he showed up with a full like Tabor. It was
Yeah.
incredible. It's so cool to see how people inspire each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also want to say, and going back to what Katrina and I geeked out about with Disney parks, like when you go to Galaxy's Edge, they encourage you to come in cosplay. Like they want you to embrace the whole, to embrace the Star Wars story. Um, and so my wife and I found this group dedicated to droid building from Mubo's Droid Depot, and it's called the Droidsmiths Union.
Yeah.
And we cosplay as droidsmiths, and now that group is officially recognized by Lucasfilm.
Oh,
Like,
that's
Droidsmith
sick.
Union is officially recognized. So my wife and I can tweak our outfits, and we can be like official, like we could do like official events if we wanted to. Like it's crazy. And then my wife and I are in another costume group with the twins that I was telling you about earlier, called Jedi Council of America, and that's where I rock my porter. Like
Yeah.
like, and those are great too, like the meetups and everything. That's key as well. And you don't have to wait until conventions to meet up. Like
No.
you can meet with your friends at any time.
Look into your like local comic shops, because they do
Yes.
so many. They will grab creators in the
Yeah.
area. They will have creators who are passing through.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like so many cool experiences you can have through that. And you don't have to be in a major metropolitan area for
Nope.
No.
I mean, like
even
Yeah.
in back when I was still in Denton, I went in my like Twi'lek Jedi outfit to one of our like local arcades and accidentally won their costume contest.
That's awesome. Yeah. And comic shops will do like Halloween costume contests and all of that other stuff for like because they do like a Halloween comic day too.
Yeah.
And then like there's a comic book store near us. It's a big one. But for Batman Day this year, if you come in Batman cosplay, they give you a discount. Like, and it doesn't have to be Batman. Like, you can be any member of the Bat family or any villain, and
Oh,
they'll give you a
nice.
discount for that. Like, and you wouldn't believe how many creators are local to your areas as well. Like, it's crazy.
Mhm.
Like, it.
I
Yeah.
did not know until I had already graduated that a comic writer that I really like was a professor at my alma mater.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but and then comic book shops also do like movie nights and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Like they do so many different
And they'll
things.
do trivia nights
Yes.
for. I mean, that's how I won the the physical copy of Obi-Wan Kenobi, the show,
Yeah.
because I won the Star Wars trivia contest thing that they did.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it's just, you gotta participate if you
Yes.
want
Yeah.
to get anything out of it.
There's also tons of like bars and restaurants that do
Mhm.
themed trivia nights as well. Like you
Mhm.
don't have to drink. You can
Yep.
just eat. It's fine. Like
Yeah. Up here in the Bay Area, we've got a place in San Francisco called Mothership, and they host Trek trivia,
Yeah.
like Star Trek
Oh.
trivia every month, which is great.
Well,
And
it also makes sense for San Francisco.
Mm.
yeah, and it's pretty. That's where Starfleet headquarters is.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to like. You gotta like look at your community.
Yeah.
Regardless of the size of your town,
Mhm.
it's worth looking. It's worth
Yeah.
reaching out. And if
Yeah.
you see nothing, then it's a great opportunity for
Yeah.
you to be the one who says like,
Mhm.
hey, let's do something. Let's like
Yeah.
do a trivia night. Let's do a movie night. Let's do a TTRPG night.
Mhm.
And like we'll all bring our board games and like
Yeah.
do something
Yeah.
at a comic shop.
Local libraries are also looking for
Yes.
meetups and stuff too. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
get involved with your local libraries.
Like I really want to reach out to some of our like local cosplay groups in Oklahoma City because I
Mhm.
noticed like this year that there wasn't anything being put on for May the 4th, and I was like,
Mhm.
how?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about to move to a much smaller town, and like that's sort of going to be my first act of nerdery is to like walk right into the comic shop, which I've been to a couple times already, and
Yeah.
go like, hey, I want to do a thing. Like, let's have a movie night. Let's do board games. Like, what
Mhm.
can we do to like really activate the community? Because like most of the time, with libraries, with small businesses like comic shops, they're looking to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're looking to bring
Yeah.
people into their store, into their library, to activate people in the community. So I think that, even if you don't have a major convention or you don't think that your people are in your town, just put on an event and see if somebody shows up,
They're most likely there. Like
yeah.
If you
It's
build
super
it,
likely. They will come. Yep.
Yep.
You just quoted one of my favorite movies, and now I'm going to start crying. Anyway, but like even we have a local art charity called Artway Alliance, and they do like a lot of maker spaces and stuff like that, like at local conventions and libraries and everything.
Mhm.
Find one of those groups, get involved with those maker spaces and everything. Like the opportunities are there. You just
Yeah.
have to go for them. Like you just
Mhm.
have to reach out.
Mhm.
And here's another thing. If you want to start a podcast or a YouTube channel, do it.
Mhm.
do it.
Do it. Do it.
All you need is a camera.
Yeah. I mean,
StreamYard's free.
Yeah.
exactly. And
What we're
my
doing.
yeah, my thing is we may not be a big channel, but you know what? We bring a lot of joy to people, and that's all that matters.
Mhm.
That is all that matters.
Yeah, after my move is over, I'm gonna start looking for co-hosts because it's been a minute since I've had like a Star Wars podcast, and
Yeah.
I'd really like to host one from like a queer
Mhm.
perspective, and gather other co-hosts who are
Yeah.
of queer identities, and like just make that our main thing. It's just talking
Yeah.
about
Mhm.
Star Wars from our POVs. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on Brennan's show next weekend. So
Yeah,
we're gonna have,
nice.
we're gonna have I'm gonna be on 2 shows Saturday, but after watching K-pop in the morning. It all goes back to K-pop.
It all goes back.
But I'm excited for that, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
and that's another thing, collaborate. Like
Mhm.
I forget how we met, Katrina. I think we just met by I think I asked you to collaborate and then we just
Yeah.
started talking.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think you were putting together the crew for the first Starlight Beacon Transmissions, and I was like yelling into the void about how bad I wanted to be on a Star Wars RPG
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
And you just found me, and I was like,
Yeah.
thank God.
Yeah, exactly. Bren,
Mhm.
8 years. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
That's really cool.
That's fantastic.
Amazing.
We've been doing this for 4. Like it's great, you know, and you
Mhm.
build these communities. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Like build these communities, enjoy
Mhm.
this stuff. Like that's all that matters. And
Yeah.
I know 2 hours every live show is a lot, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's a lot.
We like to talk.
We do.
I could yap
We-
all day.
fun.
It is
Mhm.
fun though. It's fun. The best episodes are the ones with the guests. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know, and they are. They really are. Like I will never forget we were doing the Bad Batch mid-season finale
Mm.
from season 1, and Katrina, you were on that episode,
Mhm.
and we started talking about the Star Cruiser because we were breaking down the news before we went into the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the price because like they hadn't fully done the price yet. We have never laughed as hard as we did during that episode. It was fantastic. I mean,
Mhm.
I've had some great laughs with Leah and Faye though. Like I've had some great laughs with you all too. Like but
I always apologize for the things that come out when I'm improvising.
that's what improv is for though. Like
Mhm.
It is, however,
I mean, yeah.
my sword teacher was watching when You Like Jizz happened, and
Oh
I'll
golly.
just get hit with it in the middle of like a fight, and I will lose.
That's the way to do it. And you know what, Bren? That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, any one of us would be happy to be on your show. I can't wait to be on your show. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, man. I think it's going to be great. And John, thank you. I'm glad that you feel a lot of joy with this show. I'm glad, man. That's what it's about. It's about turning your brain off for a bit and just relaxing. That's all.
Yeah.
And that's what fandoms are for.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just get together, enjoy it.
Yeah. And sometimes you need to, if fandom drama is happening, you can just look at what's happening and just go, I'm too employed for this, and continue
Yep.
on with your day.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you just have to hit the ignore and just move on.
Yeah.
Like, because let's face it, in fandoms, there's quite a bit of drama sometimes. There is.
Yes.
Yes.
No matter how small the sub fandom you're in.
Mhm.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Oh yeah. And that's a great thing. Like we talked about earlier with fandoms within fandoms within fandoms within fandoms. Like it's like
Yeah.
Inception when it comes to fandoms. Like it's
The picture so fandom.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, exactly. Like I mean, like Katrina, Star Trek book readers. That's an entire fandom.
Yep.
It's
Mhm.
just people that decided, hey, I saw that show or I saw that movie. I liked what I saw, but now I see there's books, and that's how I want to do my journey
Yeah.
into that thing. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll
There-
ignore
yeah,
the movies
there-
and the TV shows.
There are people
That's-
in the Star Trek fandom who are specifically there because they think the ships are cool, and
Yeah.
then there are people who are like, I'm only a fan of TNG, or I only
Yeah,
watch DS9, or
Yeah.
and that's fine. Like I think
You're a
the
fan.
cool thing about it is that you're a fan regardless. That makes you a Star Trek fan. Whether you've seen all or just one or just
Yeah.
whatever, and you decided you like it, that's what you're a fan.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
My wife only watches Lower Decks, but you know what? I consider her a fan because
Yeah.
she loves Lower Decks. She's like, it's so funny.
Star Trek is
And she
Lower
loves
Decks is-
dribbles.
Lower Decks is a Star Trek show about Star Trek fans. If you really think about it,
It really
they
is.
are all happy to be there. Like,
Yeah.
This is a tangent, but I need to shout this
No,
out.
go.
I have a
Please.
group of friends with whom we will occasionally like get together and watch. Just we've all submitted a list of like insane episodes of television
Oh, no.
that we will like spin a wheel and watch random episodes from it. So it's been a lot of Supernatural. It's been a lot of Riverdale. It's been a lot of.
Oh God, Riverdale.
Oh.
But one that was recently. So normally we're like cracking jokes the whole time. We're
Yeah.
making fun of it. Amok Time
Amok
was one
Time
of
is
the
great.
episodes, and we were dead silent the whole time because the people who had seen it before, obviously, it's always fun to watch. The people who had not seen it were just awestruck by it, and we're like, I understand how this birthed fandom as we know it.
Yeah. Like
It's a great episode.
It's a
Like,
great
Great episode.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
it's terrific.
Pon farr is usually the thing that comes up whenever we talk about Star Trek at my point. We're very simple creatures.
So,
Very simple creature.
so my wife loves My Little Pony, and she loves Discord. Like
Oh,
absolutely
yeah.
loves Discord. And she loves John Delancey. And like her dad, my wife's dad, my father-in-law, loves Star Trek. Absolutely loves Star Trek. And like when she found out that John Delancey played Q, and then she's like, "Oh, he's just doing the Q thing, but in ponies." And I was like, "Yes,
Yes.
would you like to watch some Q episodes of Star Trek?" So we started watching.
Yes, may I cue these up?
Yeah, exactly. May I cue this up for you? And then, like, there's the episode of Lower Decks where Q shows up at the end, and Mariner's like, "Get the fuck out of here! We don't want none of your shit. We don't have time for your shit today." And Q's just like, "Aww."
Yeah.
That to me is great. And then they made a joke about Khan's abs at one point. My wife lost it. But the scene with Mariner and the Batleth when she's drunk and she takes a slice out of Boimler's leg, it's great.
Yeah.
But even then, like, Leah, I know for the longest time you were just reading Star Trek comics. That made you a Trek fan. Like, made you.
Yeah, I mean, like, I watched original series back when I was younger.
Yeah.
And then I was pulling too many Star Wars comics, so the comic shop decided to play a little jokey joke and threw in a Star Trek comic as well. And I was like, screw it, I'll read it.
Yeah.
You all from full Star Trek.
Yes.
Yeah. But you got one hell of a run with Lansing and Kelly's run.
Yes.
You got one
Absolutely,
hell of a
I
run.
did.
Yeah.
I love their run.
Yeah.
Their run.
My partner contributed some ship designs to that one, so that one's very special.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. It's like, Leah, I feel like our entrance to like Trek and Wars fandoms, vice versa, are like the opposite of each other, because I got into Star Wars because my dad brought me to a Star Trek convention as a child, and it was the 90s, so I was walking around by myself in the vendor hall while he was at a panel, and I walked up to like a card booth and saw Chewbacca and Han on the cover of a top Star Wars card pack, and then like when my dad had me meet up with him at like 1 p.m. because I could tell time at 9 years old, and which somehow that's a big deal now. But we met up and I was like, "Oh, Dad, I got to show you these characters. I really want to know what Star Trek they're from." And then we went home that night and watched A New Hope because I had found them at a Star Trek convention.
No, that's actually because
That's a great episode.
So my dad was big Star Wars fan because he saw it in theaters when it came out.
Yeah.
His older brother, not as big of a Star Wars fan, huge Trek fan.
Nice.
So I never watched Trek until high school, and then my uncle was like, "I am going to let you in on the dark arts." This is Star Trek: The Original Series. You're
Mhm.
welcome.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Captain Kirk!
I basically got hit with the like, hey, I know we just broke up, but would you like to watch some anti-fascist media? Have some Star Trek. So
I
that's how I
mean-
got introduced to Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Wow.
What a great
Oh.
introduction!
Honestly, the fact that like most people are exes on that show, like,
Oh
is
yeah.
fantastic, both in
Yeah.
canon and in real life.
I will say this: the tension in that show can be cut with a knife. The tension in
I
that show.
love
yeah.
DS9. Yep.
I'm gonna say this right now. In my opinion, it is the best of those shows. In my opinion, it's the best of those shows.
So good.
And like at Farpoint, they'll have like I'll hear some nerds like walking by, and they'll be having the argument over who the better captain is, like Sisko or Picard, and I'll just be like, "You're both wrong." Or no, Kirk or Picard, and I'll be like, "You're both wrong. It's Sisko."
It's
And then I'll
obviously
walk
Cisco.
away.
He's not. He is. I saw this like great fan edit where it was a Cisco like little
God,
fan
I will.
edit to like heart of a single mom who works two
Two
jobs.
jobs.
But
Like,
he is.
he is.
Cisco is a single mom who works too hard.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, he's the whole crew's dad, like that, and
You're
that's
right,
not an
Brandon.
understatement.
I'm
Like,
just
it's
storytelling.
not
It's
an
not.
understatement.
No.
yeah,
So my wife wanted me to share this story about a convention that, so like I said, she loves My Little Pony. BronyCon was going on,
Mhm.
and so I attended with her one year, and I did the pony crash course thing. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, let me see what this is about, because I love her, she loves ponies. I wanted to do this with her because of how
Mhm.
much she enjoys it, and because her happiness makes me happy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we were waiting to meet one of the voice actors, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I went into the bathroom, and I'm in the stall, and all of a sudden I start hearing singing in the bathroom. And
Mhm.
it's a bunch of bronies singing pony songs.
Aww.
And I
Amazing.
was like, okay, this is really great. But at the same time, like I was a little overstimulated and kind of annoyed. so,
Mhm.
So
so
that-
I yelled, I'm taking a shit.
So a very similar situation popped up with me in a theater class where we were
Mhm.
playing a game, and
That's awesome. Bro.
like a brony was just not shut up and just kept singing the intro song on repeat.
Oh yeah.
So like while my head was down during like an improv scene, I just kind of slipped my shoe off and like threw it over my shoulder. And then he starts singing again, so I do it the same again. And one of my other classmates went, "I need everyone to know that Faye hit this student in the face twice with their shoe and knocked off his glasses."
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh no.
It was not my proudest moment. I was being a hater, however.
Yeah.
It was just
I mean, like I said, I'm not.
the chocolate instinct took over.
Oh yeah. Bren, that's awesome about your second podcast. Tara Strong is a great meet and greet.
Tara Strong is so fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, they had her and Greg Sipes at Awesome Con a few years ago. So they had Raven and Beast Boy,
Yeah.
and the Beast Boy, Greg Sipes sounds like Beast Boy. Like he doesn't have like any other voice
Mhm.
except for that, and he looked like he was having a good time. That's all
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. And I was like, you know what? This dude's awesome. Like he's like, what's up, man? What's up? What's up, man?
Yeah.
Oh, he's great.
He's great. They did a house tour or something of like he has like this little bungalow in Venice, like right off the beach, which of course he does.
Yeah.
Of course.
Which and it's such a weird little place, and like he has this giant like voiceover recording booth in it, and Yeah, it is quintessentially everything you need to know about Greg Sipes is in that video.
Have you seen him in the middle?
Mm-mm.
He plays this dude that works at a quarry with the dad in the middle, and he's like, "What's up, little Mike? What's up, dude? What's up, dude?" And he calls himself, what's he call himself? The Chuck. He calls
Wow.
himself the
Oh.
Chuck, and he's like, "You who wants to get burgage with the Chuck?"
Sounds about like
Yeah.
sounds
Sounds
about right.
about right.
Yeah. But conventions, go to them, enjoy them,
Please.
please.
Go to
Hmm?
I get like please go to your conventions. It helps every one of them
Yeah.
out so much.
Yeah.
It really
Uh,
does.
It does.
Like if you don't see much on a convention schedule, don't rule that out. See if they have like panels that they're running and stuff like that. A lot of
Yeah.
smaller conventions are very cheap and affordable to go to.
Yes.
Mhm.
John, all I'm going to say is this: just save up the money that you can and just work within your budget for it.
Yeah.
If you have to do a day trip to a convention that's kind of near to you, do a day trip. It's okay. You don't have to be there the entire weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't.
And you don't have to wear a costume. You don't have
No.
to
Like,
like I love to cosplay at cons.
Same.
It's one of my favorite things to do at them. But like I will, even if I'm traveling for a con, I will have a plan of like at some point I'm just not gonna want to
Yeah.
wear
Yeah.
fancy crazy clothes.
Mm-hmm.
and like fancy crazy clothes are kind of my normal. So what I do is I plan
Right.
days where it's like I'm super dressed down.
Yeah.
If
Right.
Yeah.
anyone saw my running of like Dragon Con cosplays last year, I did that where I specifically have a set of High Republic robes that
Yeah.
are
Mhm.
just like casual wear that I
Yeah.
usually just fight
Yeah.
in.
That's basically my Nash at this
Yeah.
point where
Yeah.
I'm like, it's basically shirt, pants, and a jacket.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Easy.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Nice,
okay,
Brent.
I don't have to wear the Brendok Witch
Yeah.
robes
Yeah.
every day.
Exactly. And yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, and if you want to just pack all cosplays and do all cosplays, like that's on you. Like,
Yeah.
go ahead and do that. But like,
But you can
Mhm.
also, there's also
Yeah.
always the very fun thing of, you know, I like to, even when I'm not in costume at a con, I like to be like, well, I'm not going to dress like it's just a normal day at work. Like, I'm going to wear my
Yeah.
fandom shirts.
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah,
wear
yeah,
my-
yeah. Yeah. Like, you want to still represent what you love.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, yeah.
But this is also like a big thing where it's like if it's a local convention, I will see how many people I can load up into a car and we'll just carpool together.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That way,
That's
like
true, too.
you have your gang, you have your squad, you
Yeah.
can branch off as you want, and afterwards you get dinner.
Yeah, and another thing is like, say your convention is at a hotel or it's like attached to a hotel or something, look into getting a room with a bunch of people. And yeah,
Mhm.
it's going to be a little bit crowded, but guess what? You're saving money because everybody's chipping in for that room as well. Like,
Yeah.
just do that. 2 years ago, I dressed up as Professor X, specifically the Xavier from the 90s animated show. Having a wheelchair does lend itself to a few interesting costume choices.
It truly does.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But
Mhm.
that's awesome. Like,
It is really awesome. And
Yeah.
also the best X-Men show.
I told you I met Ross Marquand from 97, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And Ray Chase, who plays Cyclops in 97 also. But yeah, it's one of those things. Just, and yes, you did cosplay the best Professor Xavier from the best X-Men ever. As much as I love Patrick Stewart, I still love floaty chair Xavier. We're gonna wrap things up here in a few minutes, but and here's another thing: if you want to volunteer for cons, go ahead and volunteer for cons as well.
Yes. Con
you'll get-
volunteers are always needed.
And you get free admission to the show. Like, they give you a break to take a walk around the floor if you want, or
Yeah.
go into panels that you want. You talk to them; they will work around your schedule.
Yeah.
Volunteer, apply for panels.
That's another
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, and here's
try
another
to
thing.
get in as a vendor if that's a thing that you do.
Yeah.
And,
Like,
and if you're
just-
doing the podcast thing, apply for press.
Yes.
Contribute
Yes.
to the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Apply for press, because you never know. Like, just cold call, cold email, all of that,
Mhm.
because you never know. They'll
Have
take a chance on you.
yeah.
My
Have the
yeah.
audacity.
Mhm.
Yeah. People who are doing it worse than you are out there asking to have panels for their podcasts at
Mhm.
convention. I
Yeah.
guarantee you.
100%.
So
100%.
just go for it. Like there are many ways to
I
go and enjoy yourself.
And
You
Yeah.
know?
and if you're an amateur artist and you think that your art is not good enough for Artist Alley, don't
You're
think that.
wrong.
You're wrong.
Mhm.
You're
Apply
wrong.
for Artist Alley. You know, you're
Yeah.
gonna pay table fees, but here's the thing: you never know. You could get one fan that walks up, sees your art, and then brings their entire fan group to your table,
Yep.
and you
Mhm.
could clean up that weekend.
Yeah.
And I mean, and truly, even if you're not doing fan art, if you're doing art that is like of a general sci-fi vibe or of a
Yeah.
general fantasy vibe,
hmm
people are gonna eat it up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
People are gonna
Yeah.
eat it up.
hmm
The like I always try to make a point when I'm at a con, when I'm in the artist alley, I try to make a point like I want to leave here with original art things.
Mhm.
Like as fun as it is to look for, you know, niche Blorbo number 5. Um I also want to like support these artists
Yeah.
in their
Yeah.
original art too, and some of it's so
There-
good. I mean, it's all so good, but like some of the original art is like, oh my god, why do you even have this fandom stuff over here as well?
Yeah.
This is the big ticket.
Yeah.
One of my favorite pieces that I ever found was at I believe it was Ocean City Comic Con, and then at Awesome Con. A guy did a Miles Morales print, and it had the DC cherry blossoms behind him, and the DC cherry blossoms were metallic paint. It was one of the most gorgeous pieces I've ever seen, and I was like, that's the ticket
Mhm.
item right there.
That's
Like
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
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 Ralph
like-
McQuarrie art, yeah.
Yeah, I
H.R.
mean,
Geiger's art.
the yeah, there's just so much good. Like, bring your art, and also some conventions will have like this is more at the larger ones, but they'll
Mhm.
have things. It's at smaller ones too, just depending on which one you go to. They'll have things where it's like panels or groups for like getting better at your art, or like how to market
Yeah.
your art,
Yeah.
or how
Yeah.
to, you
Yeah.
know,
Um,
get into this art scene.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's just like, just could participate.
and
Participate.
and one more thing: if you're an artist and you want to do comic book art, there are people that will look at your portfolios.
There
Yes.
are
Yeah.
portfolio
Yes.
people
Yes.
at con.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
I
And they
regularly
will
like
give good feedback.
Mhm.
genuinely a thing I have to do before I go to larger conventions is like, especially because of who my siblings are, I have to I am basically schooled into, no, you have to prepare your costuming resume before you come to this because you never know, and my siblings are always trying to get me like stitching jobs on these
Yeah.
shows.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I think we've covered a lot tonight, and it was fun. But
Yeah.
but we're gonna wrap things up. But just
Yeah.
know we love you all. We're happy that you're
Mhm.
here. We are so grateful for all of you. I'm gonna post our Discord one more time. Please join it.
Mhm.
Don't forget to follow all of us on socials. Don't forget to, if you want to like and subscribe, go ahead. Go
Mhm.
ahead. You know,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
We won't stop you.
No, we won't. But what am I going to do? Email somebody and be like, you shouldn't have liked that show. Anyway, thank you once again to Katrina, Leah, and Faye. Thank you once again. Seriously, I am so grateful to have met every single one of you. And I am so grateful that we get to do this. So thank you so much for being part of my family. So,
Always happy to participate.
yes.
Yeah. Always
Yeah.
happy to hear.
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. You all have a wonderful week. We will be back next week. Peacemaker season 2, episode 1 breakdown next weekend. So stay tuned for that. But until
Mhm.
then, have a good weekend. Goodbye.